A quick search of weight loss challenge on YouTube yields an insane amount of videos. The results are brimming with problematic weight loss claims, crash diets, and workout routines that are unreasonable for someone starting out at a lower level of fitness. All of this translates into challenges that lead to weight loss that is unsustainable in the long term. One of the most surprising things that I discovered was that an overwhelming majority of this content is created by average weight or even super fit people. I wasn't really easily able to find content created by somebody starting out at a higher place on the weight spectrum or with significant stated health issues. I'm sure such content exists, but it wasn't readily available. So I'm going to embark on a 90-day weight loss challenge, but I'm going to do it differently than what you might have already seen on YouTube. In this video, I'm going to introduce the concept of my 90-day challenge and what it will entail. I will also discuss why I want to lose weight, my goals, and what you can expect from this weight loss series. Finally, I'm going to share my before weight and physique. My goals for this channel are to explore wellness, increase my own levels of wellness, and create a community of wellness seekers. So, what does weight loss have to do with wellness? It doesn't necessarily have much to do with wellness at all. There are plenty of people who don't have to focus on weight loss at any point in their wellness journey, and that is great for them. I, however, am not one of those people. My 90-day weight loss challenge will not rely on fads or fast weight loss. No, we are going evidence-based. Evidence-based is an approach that emphasizes the practical applications of the best available current research. Of course, since I am one individual and not a team of highly specialized professionals, best is going to be subjective in the sense that it will rely on my perspective and the research that I have done. So why should you trust me? Well, you shouldn't, at least not that easily, but I do hold a bachelor's degree in nutrition and dietetics from a program that was accredited by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. I've never used this degree professionally, but during my time in college, I did learn a lot about human nutrition and how to evaluate research. Since graduating, I've continued my own self-directed studies on various health-related topics. During this video, little numbers will pop up on the bottom right of the screen whenever I say something that's supported by a journal article. If you're interested, you can find the links to these references in the description. So, what will this 90-day evidence-based weight loss challenge entail? Number 1, calorie counting. Listen, I know there's a lot of debate around calorie counting. The phrase, "not all calories are created equal," is often used to discredit the practice as being absolutely meaningless for weight loss. I understand that calorie counting might not be the best tool for everyone, but dismissing it so easily might mean that you miss out on one of the most powerful weight loss tools. Two things can be true at once, and in nutrition they often are. All calories are created equal in the sense that the term calorie is a unit of measurement with a specific meaning. 100 calories means 100 calories, whether they come from kale or a cupcake. At the same time, it is true that not all calories are created equal in the sense that kale and a cupcake come in two completely different nutritional packages that interact with your body in different ways, regardless of the number of calories they contain. But for our purposes here, the evidence is clear on two things. Number 1, you require a caloric deficit to lose weight. And number 2, when done consistently, calorie counting can be effective for weight loss. From my perspective, the main benefit of calorie counting is that it helps you become aware of what you're putting into your body. You can start to get a better idea of what impacts different foods have on not only your calorie count for the day, but ultimately on how your body feels. It brings awareness to a space where we are often mindless. If you're interested in learning a bit more about how to accurately record your food intake for the purposes of counting calories, I'm going to leave some resources for you in the description. The second thing I'll be doing is increasing my physical activity through a combination of walking and basic strength training. I don't want to spend too much time talking about exercise in this video because I plan on making others on this topic, but it is important to note that exercise is a part of my long-term wellness strategy for a number of reasons unrelated to weight loss. It will serve as a tool to assist weight loss, but its significance goes far beyond this 90-day challenge. Number 3 on the list is sleep. It may not seem like sleep has much to do with weight loss, but getting less than 7 hours of sleep a night can impact the levels of hunger and stress hormones in your body, translating to poorer food choices and higher calorie intake. I'll be aiming for between 7.5 and 8.5 hours nightly during this challenge. And last but definitely not least, I'll be meditating regularly throughout this 90-day challenge period. Meditation has been shown to have a profound impact on health, including but not limited to stress reduction and decreased anxiety. I know that for myself, mitigating the effects of stress and anxiety will be important for my adherence to calorie limits. What is my goal for this challenge and why? First off, I do not think that a goal is 100% necessary for a weight loss challenge. It's totally appropriate to just focus on the process and see where your weight lands at the end, but that's not how I'm wired. I'm a goal fiend. So my goal for this weight loss challenge is to lose 10% of my body weight. Why 10%? Well, it's not just because it's a nice round number. It's because by decreasing my weight by 10%, I hope to have a significant improvement in some of my health conditions. Having polycystic ovary syndrome, or PCOS, on top of being obese almost certainly means I have insulin resistance, which, if left unchecked, over time will result in the development of type 2 diabetes. I expect that losing 10% of my weight will result in greater insulin sensitivity and lower inflammation, which should have a positive impact on my symptoms of PCOS along with a decreased long-term risk of type 2 diabetes. Another comorbidity associated with PCOS is cardiovascular disease. Now, I came preloaded with a congenital heart defect, and I've had a pacemaker since I was 2 years old. My congenital heart defect is electrical in nature, meaning that the little node that helps conduct electricity between the top and bottom parts of my heart is broken, so my heart naturally beats like super slow. And what the pacemaker does is it restores the connection between the top and bottom parts of my heart so that I can live a relatively normal life. But I've developed complications from long-term pacemaker placement, and the scars on my heart are causing atrial arrhythmias. This in itself puts me in a higher risk category for stroke, but if I don't do something about my PCOS, it could very well lead to additional cardiovascular diseases that could further increase my risk for not only a stroke, but a heart attack. This isn't something far out in the future either. It could very well happen within the next decade of my life. Considering the fact that I'm only 30 years old, it's pretty scary stuff. There is enough data to support the improvement of PCOS and some associated comorbidities with 5% weight loss, but the effect size is even greater at 10%, and so that's what I'm aiming for. One health condition that I have that doesn't have super great data to support improvement in signs and symptoms with weight loss is premenstrual dysphoric disorder, or PMDD, which is a severe mood disorder caused by the hormonal changes that occur during your menstrual cycle. Basically, my brain is super sensitive to hormonal changes. I suffered from this for many years before finally being diagnosed in 2022 and placed on progesterone-only birth control. Luckily, it has seriously helped my signs and symptoms of PMDD, but I still struggle with lingering issues of moods and binge eating. Binge eating is linked to PMDD, and that has certainly been my experience. I don't think that PMDD causes binge eating, but it certainly makes it worse. I expect that PMDD, along with the fact that my progesterone-only birth control makes my hunger so much more extreme, will make it more difficult for me to lose weight. But I also hope that I'm able to overcome these challenges and lose weight and improve the signs and symptoms of my PMDD. From my memory, whenever I was at a lower weight, my signs and symptoms were far less extreme. And I only hope that this retrospective observation holds up. What can you expect from this weight loss series? I'll be posting update videos for every 15-day segment of the challenge, which will result in a total of 6 videos for the entire series. In these videos, I will share my logs, my progress, video diaries, strategies, tips and tricks, and generally just share my struggles and my triumphs. My hormones are not my friends. So if you like watching people suffer, this is probably going to be fun for you. I'll be tracking everything, including weight, physique, food, exercise, sleep, and meditation. And I'll share all my data with you. I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, but if you're interested in knowing what tracking apps I'll be using, here are the deets. For calorie counting, I'll be using Carbon Diet Coach. It's a smart diet coach because it features an algorithm that aligns your calorie limits with your actual weight progress over time, keeping you on track towards your weight loss goals. Each week you weigh in and, based on your current weight and adherence to the previous week's calorie limit, it adjusts your calorie limit to ensure you remain on track. Basically, it takes the guesswork out of trying to figure out how many calories you should be eating on a daily basis to reach your goals. For weight tracking, I use a little app called Happy Scale. I paid a small one-time fee for unlimited access to all its features. It's just a cool app that analyzes your weight data and spits out your trends and graphs. You can also input your goal and track your weight loss progress. For exercise, I'm just using the Apple Fitness app that's connected to my Apple Watch. It's not anything special, and any fitness tracking app connected to a smartwatch should get the job done. For sleep, I use an app called Auto Sleep. I have it connected to my Apple Watch, and I'm not sure if it works with other watches, but it is way better than the default Apple Sleep app. It was also a one-time fee for access to all its features, so no subscription required. For meditation, I'm going old school and putting X's on a calendar. Mainly, I'm tracking this information so I can see how consistent I'm being. I tend to do really well with meditation for a short period of time and drop off once I get stressed, so my focus for this challenge is to build consistency. If you'd like to come along for this challenge or just, laugh at my pain, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can be made aware of new videos as they come out. Now for the final piece of this video, my before weight and physique. When I stepped on the scale this morning, it said 304.1. I expect within the next few days to get a quick rebound down to like 301 because I've been eating like crap and I expect that sodium and water retention has some small role to play there. Here's what my body looks like from the front, side, and back. I can't say I'm happy with my physique, but she's mine and we're going to improve our relationship over time. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you'll stick around and I'll see you back here in 15 days.